Hey everyone, Cherie here. Today I'm going to be creating a layout using the Sunday sketch over in Citrus Twist Kits. This is for December 27, and as you can see, this sketch would be perfect to use for a Christmas layout. However, I'm going to be using it for a date night that my husband and I had back in February. The little tickets peeking out the side here made me think of this event that we went to, so that's what I'm going to use this page for. The tickets and tags pack that's available in the Citrus Twist store this month is just perfect for this layout. So that's what I'm going to be using. I've also got the Sweet Story 6x8 paper pad that's also available in the shop, and I've chosen these two papers. I did have this left over from another page that I have already done, a spread that I did in my Life Crafted album. So I'm going to use that so that it's not wasted, and I've got this beautiful yellow paper and this one here with the fun little half circle scallops. So I do also have a piece of vellum as well, which I'm going to use for my layering. My photos are roughly 3 by 2.5 inches each. And I've also got some other little bits and pieces here. Some of these are from the tickets and tags pack, but I've also got all these little hearts which were in the florals pack as well, which you can also find in the shop. So I'm working on an 8.5 by 11 piece of white cardstock. I've got all my little journaling strips already printed, ready to go. So I think I'm ready to just pop you on fast forward and I'll show you how I'm going to put this one together. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to add that larger piece of paper at the bottom of my page, just working out how I want to layer these pieces together. So I've got that piece of vellum going under my photos, and I really want to use that scrap piece that I had left over from my previous project. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those down onto the page, just making sure I get this one nice and straight with an even border around the sides and the bottom. Now I'm just working out if I want that strip on top of the vellum or underneath, and I've gone with putting it underneath the vellum so you can see those layers there. So sticking that one on, and then my vellum can go on top. I'm just going to use my tape runner to stick this one down, and you can see the adhesive, but that will be covered up with my photos, so I'm really not worried about it. I'll also be adding stitching to that as well. Okay, so I've got this scalloped piece that's going across the very top of the page. I love that that's adding lots of colours to the page. So this is where I'm grabbing my sewing machine. I'll add stitching all over the top and bottom sections. And now I can go ahead and adhere my photos into place. Alright, so just making sure they are centered, just using my T-square ruler to double check that. Okay, so now I can go ahead and start decorating. I've got this XOXO die cut piece from the tickets and tags pack, and it didn't have anything on this side of the photos on the sketch, but I really wanted to add that in, and I love that it's adding a touch of blue to that side of the page. I've also got the two little tickets, layering those together and tucking it under that right hand side of the photo, just like in the sketch. And to add to that little cluster, I've just printed out the date when I printed my journaling. I'm going to make that into a little tag. So just punched a hole in one end. I'm going to add some twine onto that as well. And I'm not going to tie a bow, I'm just going to attach it onto that hole, and I'm going to leave the tails of that tag long. So I'll adhere that one into place. And to finish off that little cluster, I've got one of the die cut hearts from the floral pack. So I've used a foam dot behind that for a little dimension, and I will go ahead and just staple the tails of that twine into place. Alright, so the top right hand corner of the sketch has that circular element. I'm just going to use this yellow tag from the tickets and tags pack. So just tuck that underneath that pattern paper at the top there, and now I'm going to go ahead and add all of my journaling strips, and I've stitched across each of those as well, and I'll cross that yellow tag at the top. So on the sketch you can see all the little stars scattered about, so I've grabbed lots of the little die cut hearts from the florals pack, and I'm going to scatter those around the page as well. So just working out where I want each colour and where I want each one to sit. So I will use some foam dots behind a couple of the hearts, but not all of them. Some of them I'm just sticking directly down onto that background. So I've got another one just going to the top left of the photo there. I've got a just tape runner on that one at the top. The one on the yellow tag I am adding a foam dot to, and I do have that little phrase die cut as well that I'm going to adhere there too. Adding a little staple there for an extra bit of texture, and also to that XOXO die cut piece. So just deciding what else I want to do here. I wasn't quite happy where that little striped heart was. I've just moved that down a little. So now I've decided to add some stamping. I thought there was something missing around the journaling. So I've got a stamp here that says "This happened." So I'm going to add that above my journaling. So I'll just stamp it and then stamp it off. And then I'm going to use a little, it's like a checkbox. Well, there's like 3 things you can check off. So I've added that at the bottom of the journaling. I do need to tick a box on that. But first I'm using the little heart stamp from the Get Messy stamp set as well. I wanted to add one down the bottom, but I didn't really have a space to put it. So I end up just doing another little faded heart at the top there. And that really finishes off this page. I'll give you a closer look at the details here. You can see all the stitching around the place. You can see that stamping at the top and how those little stamped hearts turned out. And there's lots of stitching in that little cluster at the bottom there with that tag as well for the date. So I will just grab a pen and check the box on that stamped area there, and now this page is done. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing how I've put this page together using today's Sunday sketch. Please let me know if you've got any questions. Just pop it down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and I'll leave a link to Citrus Twist kits down below for you as well. I hope you're having a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for joining me. Bye for now.